I also have this video that I've had for a couple of days. Maybe you've seen it circulating. I just think it's pretty extraordinary, and it's a great lesson for all of us. This is a self-described, quote-unquote, non-binary TikToker who came out as non-binary to her family, and yet has found that her grandmother is not going along with it. So Granny ain't having it, basically. The TikToker then reads a letter that her grandma wrote to her, which we're supposed to see the letter is like horrible and bigoted. But it's actually one of the best examples of real maternal love that I've heard in quite some time. So I want to go ahead and play that for you. Here it is.
Hi. So recently I texted my parents because I'm gonna go home for Christmas, and I said, hey, do you mind calling me Mike when I come back for Christmas? And then when I got home today, I got this letter from my grandma, and it is addressed to Miss Old Name. Not actually, but I don't want to say my real name on the internet. Dearest dead name. On this, our Blessed Mother's feast day, I am writing to tell you that I will not address you as Mike. My decision is probably not a surprise to you. Others may comply with your request. My anguish in your chosen name and what that means has to do with your eternal soul. Know that I love you more than words could ever possibly convey to you. No matter how you decide to identify yourself does not change my deep love for you, honey. Because of my concerns for your soul and your mental health, I am spending more time with Jesus in adoration. My cousin's last names are doing the same for you. Then she lists my 5 cousins that are below the age of 10 who are apparently offering up special personal sacrifices for me, who I didn't tell that I wanted to go by Mike. I didn't want to. I haven't talked with your godmother and her family, but I'm sure they would do the same for you. Do you know how much you are cherished and loved? It would be a joy to see you and be with you during the coming Christmas, a celebration of our Lord's birth.
That is what love sounds like. That is true maternal and Christian love. That's exactly what it sounds like from the grandmother. And this fits right into the theme of the show today, I guess, about being direct to the point and being honest and truthful. And that's exactly what this grandmother is doing for her granddaughter, something that, from the sound of it, seems like most people in her life are not willing to do. And this young lady is going to be very upset because she wants to engage in something self-destructive, and she wants people to cooperate with her delusion. And right now she is guarding that delusion jealously because she sees it as, she wants it to be her identity. And she sees it as her salvation, whatever she's trying to escape, she sees this as the way to escape it. And so anyone who doesn't go along with it, she's going to lash out and be very angry and sad about it. But what we can hope and pray is that, and I think that there's a good chance of this, that as this young lady grows up, eventually she's going, and this might happen when the grandmother is dead. This might be after this might be years later after the grandmother has gone on to her reward. But there will come a time, I believe and hope, when she will look back and realize that her grandmother was perhaps the only person in her life who really loved her. And that's what this love does. It's like the grandmother obviously wants a relationship with her grandchild, obviously loves her, obviously wants to get along with her, wants to see her, and wants everything to be happy and fine. But she's willing to sacrifice that for the time being for the sake of her grandchild's mental, physical, and spiritual well-being in the long run. And she's even willing, because this grandmother obviously knows what's going on, is a very intelligent person, and so she knows that there's a possibility that this could sever the relationship for the rest of the grandmother's life. And so if the time ever comes when that love really sinks in and the girl has an awakening, the grandmother might not even be around to see it. But this is the legacy that she's leaving behind. She is sacrificing something in the moment for the sake of the girl's ultimate betterment and for her salvation. That's what love is. That's what it sounds like. It's no different than if, you're on a ship at sea with someone, and let's say maybe the grandmother and the grandchild are on a cruise together, and the girl says that she identifies suddenly as a dolphin, and so she's going to jump into the ocean, and she's going to jump into the middle of the sea and swim like a dolphin. The most loving response, obviously, no matter how much the girl believes that about herself, no matter how much she wants to be seen as a sea creature, no matter how much she wants to be seen that way, it's not true. And so if the grandmother goes along with it, all she's doing is condemning this child to drown in the depths of the ocean as she jumps in and drowns. It's like, so is that love? To condemn someone to sink into the dark depths of the ocean and die? Is that what love is? But that is exactly what many people are doing to kids in the name of so-called love, condemning them to sink into the darkness and despair and drown and die. If you really love someone and you really care, you're going to be willing to tell them the truth. That'll do it for this portion of the show. So move over to the members block. If you're not a member yet, you become a member and use code Walsh at checkout for 2 months free on all annual plans. See you over the members block. If not, talk to you tomorrow. Godspeed.